Welcome back, viewers, to my channel, Survive and Thrive. And for anybody who's here new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, so that you can be notified week to week as I upload new content. Today, I wanted to touch on a disruptor industry, 3D printing, and I will show in one of my portfolio reveal updates. You can see a suggestion link up here in the upper right hand corner for a previous reveal that I had done. But I will focus on my disruptor portion of my portfolio. It is down right now, and that's okay because it's a long-term build out for me. And so right now is my time to collect and really buy into those companies that I have strong conviction for. And when I say disruptor, I'm looking at long-term 10 to 15, 20 years out. That's everything from 3D printing to biogenomics, the cannabis industry, as well as psilocybin and what it will be able to do for medicinal use. I wanted to talk in more depth on one company that I've been following and doing some research on, and it's 3D Systems Corporation, ticker symbol DDD. This is off their website, and they are a company that is headquartered in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's a company that engineers, manufactures, and sells 3D printers, printing materials, scanners, and printing service. Chuck Hull, the CTO and former president, pioneered stereolithography and obtained a patent for the technology in 1986. So they've been around for a very long time, and it's just now that this technology is really starting to come to fruition. And we will start to see this being used for a lot of different aspects. As you can see here from their website, defy limitations, push the boundaries with expert additive manufacturing solutions and consultation that make the existing better and the new possible. Now they're using this for everything from semiconductor equipment, large-scale part manufacturing. It talks about Acura AMX Rigid Black, the first SLA material with long-lasting mechanical performance and stability in any environment, which opens up a range of additive manufacturing applications in markets including automotive, consumer goods, and service bureaus. There's also RMS and 3D Systems, delivering powder-to-package capability for AM devices. Together, RMS and 3D Systems offer path for medical device OEMs to go from digital file to sterilized and packaged product ready for the surgical suite. And you also see here, Sauber Engineering chooses 3D Systems to power constant innovation. The pace of innovation at Sauber is relentless. In order to maximize its ability to drive rapid development on its car, Sauber Engineering has invested in an additive manufacturing machine park that is among the largest of its kind in Europe. So they've got a lot of branches that they're able to involve themselves in with 3D printing. And I do see that the next phase of this that's going to happen for not only this company, but 3D printing industry in general is replacement of body parts. Whether that's a knee replacement or being able to give somebody a new arm or leg or prosthetic, that this is going to be a very big part of that. And they're going to be able to do some very cool and innovative developments in the relatively near-term future. So I'm very excited about that. And like I mentioned, watching this one very closely. And from when I started doing research on this back in February, they're still about the same price. They've been obviously up and down, and well below around, I think it's like $32 or $34 now per share, but well below their 52-week high. And I'll show that later in this video. Now here's an article on the NASDAQ. 3D Systems rides on solid printing demand, product refreshes. Triple D is benefiting from robust healthcare performance driven by strong dental and medical applications and market. The rebound in customer activities following the pandemic-led shutdowns is a positive. Specifically, rebound in product and material demand from industrial customers is likely to drive the top line. The company also moved to sell Cimatron and Gibbs CAM software businesses earlier this year, which aided the company to utilize its resources on more profitable additive manufacturing parts. With the 3D printing industry booming, the leading provider of 3D content to print solutions believes robust demand for production printers, materials, and software will continue to act as a major catalyst. It recently launched VisiJet Wax Jewel Red material, which enables jewelry manufacturers to design and produce more intricate, durable patterns, unlocking new design styles for 100% wax casting, and deliver improved production efficiency and reduced waste. And that's really what I wanted to touch on and highlight here: efficiency and reducing waste. That's what 3D printing is going to do for many different industries, and a big reason why I want to get behind this, because once it takes off and it has that breakthrough, it's going to scale very quickly. The company believes that material science will be a key driver in the transition to 3D production. Hence, it has been investing significantly in materials innovation across its portfolio to capitalize on this trend. In June, it teamed up with regenerative medicine giant CollPlant Biotechnologies to create 3D bioprinted regenerative soft tissue matrix to simplify and improve breast reconstruction procedures involving implants. In May, it announced the acquisition of Alevi to expand its regenerative medicine initiative by accelerating growth in medical and pharmaceutical research laboratories. Further, it announced the buyout of German software firm Additive Works GmbH to expand simulation capabilities for rapid optimization of industrial-scale 3D printing processes. In April, it enhanced VSP Surgical Planning Solutions portfolio by launching VSP Hybrid Guides. 3D Systems continues to see steady performance in its software business and expects it to act as a significant tailwind in the days ahead. Nevertheless, printing giant HPQ is well positioned to challenge 3D Systems leadership. Stalwarts like Stratus and VoxelJet AG are also likely to provide intense competition. And I'm okay with that, because anytime that there's competition, it's going to be the best performing companies out there that are really going to be the leaders. And so from what I've researched and what I see, I think that 3D Systems has a great opportunity to be the top leader. Infrastructure stock boom to sweep America. A massive push to rebuild the crumbling U.S. infrastructure will soon be underway. It's bipartisan, urgent, and inevitable. Trillions will be spent. Fortunes will be made. The only question is, will you get into the right stocks early when their growth potential is the greatest? And that's why I'm talking about these types of industries today, because if you're having that long-term vision and future and forward thinking, those are the times when you can buy in today at a fairly cheap rate and take advantage of huge substantial gains in valuation in the future. All right, this next article in Stocks Register, thinking of investing in 3D Systems Corporation stock? Read this first. 3D Systems Corporation rose in value on Thursday, November 4th, with the stock price up by 1.85% to the previous day's close as strong demand from buyers drove the stock to $31.96. With the market capitalization of 3D Systems Corporation currently standing at about $3.89 billion, investors are eagerly awaiting this quarter's results, scheduled for November 8th, 2021. So that's why I really want to put this video out, is make sure to go check out how those results came out, and there's probably going to be somewhere that you can go find what was discussed in this earnings report. But this could be an opportunity for you to get in at an entry point. As a result, investors might want to see an improvement in the stock's price before the company announces its earnings report. Analysts are projecting the company's earnings per share to be 0.05, which is expected to increase to 0.12 for fiscal year 39 and then to about 33 by fiscal year 2022. Data indicates that the EPS growth is expected to be 454.5% in 2022, while the next year's EPS growth is forecast to be a negative 15.4%. So I think we'll continue to see over the next few years that there will be volatility until this technology is really hyper utilized. And once that happens, stability and upward trend and gains for sure. Revisions could be a useful indicator to get insight on short-term price movement. So for the company, there were no upward and no downward reviews in the last 7 days. We see that Triple D's technical picture suggests that short-term indicators denote the stock as a 50% sell on average. However, medium-term indicators have put the stock in the category of hold, while long-term indicators on average have been pointing out that it is a 50% buy. 10 analysts have assigned their ratings of the stock's forecast evaluation on a scale of 1 to 5 to indicate a strong buy to a strong sell recommendation. The stock currently is rated as a hold by 8 analysts, 0 recommend it as a buy, and 0 called the Triple D stock overweight. In the meantime, 1 analyst believes that the stock is underweight and 1 thinks it is a sell. Thus, investors eager to increase their holdings of the company stock will have an opportunity to do so, as the average rating for the stock is hold. So for me personally, I don't currently have holdings within this company, but I am watching it very closely to see the price action. And like I said, I'm looking for that entry point when it makes sense, and I can build out a good starting position and continue to add in dollar cost average over the next several months and years. A comparison of Triple D with its peers suggests the former has fared considerably weaker in the market. Triple D showed an intraday change of 1.85% in today's session, and over the past year, it grew by 402.88%. In comparison, HPQ has moved higher at 0.34% today and is up 67.83% over the past 12 months. On the other hand, the price of Mercury Systems, MRCY, has fallen negative 0.88%. The stock, however, is off 28.9% from where it was a year ago. Additionally, there is a gain of 0.21% for 3M Company, Triple M, in recent trading, while the stock has seen an overall depreciation of 10.10% over the past year. Other than that, the overall performance of the S&P 500 during the today's session so far shows that it gained 0.34%. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial slipped by negative 0.2%. Nearly 1.8% of 3D Systems Corporation's shares belong to company's insiders, and institutional investors own 70.2% of the company's shares. The stock has risen by 199.43% since the beginning of the year, thereby showing the potential of a further growth. This could raise investors' confidence to be optimistic about the Triple D stock heading into the next quarter. So yes, this is one that I am getting more interested in, and as I continue to do my research, finding the ways that this company will make money and be a big booming business in the coming years. And I honestly think right now it's a very cheap valuation to be able to jump in and really be able to ride this wave and make us all a great deal of money. So within the last year, you can see if we go back to January, we were down at just under $11, $10.89, $55.35 in February 9th. That was the all-time high for the year. And a lot of downward movement, some upward spikes here and there, up to $40, dropping down to $26, $27. And then, as you can see, we're at $32 as of the posting of this video. So when I started to research this company, like I mentioned, it was back in February. They were on quite a tear, but when I actually saw them I'm fairly certain that it was just above what it is today. So it really hasn't moved a whole lot as far as overall increase in valuation. And so that's why I still think that there's great opportunities for me to jump in on this when the timing is right. I'm really going to pay attention to the earnings report, check out more details and technicals on that, and then see how investors react to that news. Would love to see comments below about anybody else who is following or has interest in the 3D printing industry and or any of those other disruptor industries that I mentioned. And I'm continuing to build out my community and ability to connect with others. I'm around 85, 86 subscribers, added about 14 to 15 in the last week or week and a half. So definitely smash that like button if you've gotten value out of this video. Help the algorithm out there to get this free education out to others. And as always, subscribe. That's really going to help me build and eventually help others in ways that I can't do at this time. So make sure to do your part, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell. Looking forward to continue to build our wealth on our path to financial freedom. And don't just survive, thrive.